So there was a moment where I was literally in the air between losing my footing and hitting the ground. And I had a folding saw in my hand. I had the wherewithal to throw that away from myself. I remember thinking, good, I got rid of that. And then I landed right sort of on my back. You know, just, I guess, Hey, it's Greg here with MaritimeGardening.com, and just out here in the evening after a long day of working from home. Where I work, we've all just gone home, and we're doing everything remotely. I'm lucky enough to have a job like that. So I haven't really done a video on any sort of COVID-19 theme. It's starting to hit its full stride here in Canada. I thought I'd just give one. I'm really not in a position to give medical advice or scientific advice, but one piece of advice I would give people in my situation who are sort of stuck. And I mean, it's a great time to get outside. If you have a garden, it's a great time to, if you're kind of stuck on your property anyway, it's a great time to get around to all these things you've been putting off. That's a good way to keep your social distance, but also to get outside and get the fresh air and just avoid being depressed from being stuck in your house. And also just avoid being depressed given the situation. It's just so sad and so tragic, and it seems like there's just no end to how bad it can get. But if you're going to do all that stuff, be extra careful when you're outside, swinging an axe, working with a saw, doing whatever you're doing, because the hospitals, certainly where I live, they're sort of at their limit of what they can handle, and they don't need some guy who's hit his foot with an axe in his backyard because he was trying to, just being a weekend warrior sort of thing. And I'm no exception to this. I mean, you say I got a Band-Aid here. I basically drove I was sharpening a plane. I dropped the blade, I went to grab it, and I drove the blade right into my palm. I don't think it needs stitches. Sort of just did it up. Just being stupid. And I had it in my mind too, well, Greg, you got to be careful. You don't know what can happen. But I did that anyway. And also a couple days ago, I was cutting up some wood. I was sawing some wood, and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. Didn't have my body positioned right. I was just not being aware of all the sort of things you need to do to be safe when you're in a situation like that. And I fell down. And I fell down like someone had kicked the legs right out from under me. And so there was a moment where I was literally in the air between losing my footing and hitting the ground. And I had a folding saw in my hand. I had the wherewithal to throw that away from myself. I remember thinking, good, I got rid of that. And then I landed right sort of on my back, just, I guess, above and to the left of the tailbone. I landed on a stump about that big around on my lower back, and it hurt. I got to tell you, I didn't move for, I don't know, a number of minutes. I just laid there, and because the pain got worse and worse and worse and worse, and I sort of think, like, what have I done to myself? And then eventually the pain hit its peak, and then I could bear it, and I moved my feet and moved my legs, and okay, maybe I can get up. Let's see. Try the good leg, try the bad. I can walk around. It hurts to the touch right now, but it hurt a lot that day. That was a number of days ago. Anyway, it turns out it was okay. But it could have been so much worse. And this is not the time you want to be going to a hospital emergency room at all. Right? So, the theme of this video, I'll keep it short, is just be careful. Do everything that your health authority is telling you to do, and be mindful of others, and just try to contribute to the general well-being of the common good. But if you're like me and you see this as an opportunity to get outside and just do as much, I don't have to commute to work anymore, so I have like an extra 2 hours a day that I can use to work on my property, which is a real advantage for a guy like me who likes to be outside. But yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to be in an emergency room. I got all this stuff I got to buck up with a chainsaw, and honestly, I've been reluctant to fire up the chainsaw for fear of doing something. And that might be a bit on the, too much, but yeah, you definitely don't want to be going to an emergency room. So that's the theme of this video. Just be careful. You know, get out there, do what you want to do, but be careful when you're swinging an axe, pickaxe, you know, doing something, you know, picking up a big heavy tree, watch where you're walking, all that sort of stuff, right? So anyway, the only reason I'm saying is not because I think any of you are particularly accident prone, or it's just because I think I'm a pretty reasonably competent person. And look, I drove a blade through my hand, I fell and almost broke my back. So I mean, it can happen to anyone. And yeah, it's, you know, you get all rambunctious, especially this time of year. You get that spring energy. I've seen robins in my backyard, and you just want to get out and do as much as you can, right? But yeah, just be careful. Anyway, hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcast, maritimegardening.com. Stay tuned for new videos and new podcasts. Until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun safely in your garden. Thanks for watching.